Welcome all to another video for Chris Ticehurst creating, and we're here to talk about antidepressants. Life on antidepressants again for I think a third time or something like that. And I remember trying antidepressants about, I don't know, 10 years or so now, and they were like they're called SSRIs. That's one group of antidepressants. And, I tried them for a number of months. And unfortunately, with like most antidepressants, they have a whole bunch of side effects that didn't agree with me. Mostly it was emotional blunting and other little funny little quirks here and there, and nausea and sort of yawning all the time. You know, some of the funny things that medications can give you. And I thought it's not for me. I'll give it a pass. And I scaled down the medications and went off it. And many years later, I decided to spontaneously go on antidepressants after a couple minutes of thinking. Now, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to have a bit of a long, hard think about it, that sort of thing. But I think I was talking to a friend online, and I think two or three people suggested it, and I was just like, fuck it. I'll just book the doctor's appointment and just go off and see what he's got to say and just go on any medications. Because normally when you talk openly about your mental health issues from time to time, people are like, oh, you should just do therapy and medications, and that's fine and well. Um, and I think I kind of just did it to keep those people quiet. Because normally if you say, I'm on medication and during therapy, they normally just shut up and don't talk about it. I don't mind talking about mental health with other people, but there are multiple ways of dealing with mental health, and it's not just therapy or medications. It's improvements to your life and diet and exercise and all that exciting stuff. So I just flippantly, as I do sometimes impulsively, um, went to the doctor and went on some new medications, and I made sure they weren't SSRIs. They're another brand. I forgot what the name of it is. As long as I take it before bed, I'm fine. I don't need to know the name and all that sort of thing. I did do my research beforehand on which one would be, the one that's not going to screw me over the least in a way when it comes to antidepressants. And they're not meant to make you happy. They're meant to just make sure that you're not going up and down so much. Just mellow your emotions and your depression and things like that. And so I've been on them for a few weeks, and it's been pretty good. I don't think I've been too down and depressed. Maybe 1 or 2 days. The last few days have been a bit about certain things and events and life and things like that. But I think that for me personally, my own journey, don't know about your own personal journey. It might be a plus or negative to do medications. But for me, I guess it's been a plus. There was that initial feeling of, great, I'm using tablets to, get better in a way. It kind of feels like you failed. It's like, I've done all the self-improvement stuff, and now I have to take a pill. But then again, people will say, oh, but Chris, you wear glasses and you don't feel the same way. And it's like, yeah, I get that. I get those sort of discussions. So I went through that initial thing going, I kind of failed. And plus, it doesn't help when you've had a parent who was on antidepressants and didn't have a happy ending. So there was that kind of barrier to like, oh, great, I'm exactly the same as mum type of thing. But I got over that pretty quickly. I think the annoying thing is how well the medication can work for you. And it's like, I'm doing all the self-improvement stuff. I could have just sat on my bum and just taken a pill and it would have just done most of the work. It's really annoying. And it's just like, oh, well, what the heck was. I mean, yes, having a good diet and exercise and doing all the other stuff, being more social, and that does help. But it kind of gets annoying when the medication does more work than what you can do physically and mentally, which kind of is a bit upsetting. Um, so that's sort of my issue with it, I guess, with how I'm feeling at the moment. But the medication has been good. I think it's been positive. Hasn't been any downsides. Probably feeling a bit tired at times, but I normally lift myself up with energy in that. But um, I think I will continue to take it. That's all you do. You pop a pill. How easy is that? But I guess maybe I should have done it earlier. Who knows? But I just did it to initially get people off my back about things, and a 2 minute decision. This is how normally I don't make not life changing, but like kind of big decisions. Like, hey, I'm gonna go on medication for who knows how long. I could be on this for 6 months. Could be on this for years, probably years. I'm gonna take a guess for that. But I thought I would share my thoughts, and I think the main one is that I'm not so emotional that much up and down. There has been some emotional blunting. To be honest, I think it's a good thing for me because I don't have to feel you know if I get too upset about things or the disappointment of others to me, or I get upset if people let me down or something like that. It's just I don't feel it anymore. It's great. Maybe not great, but for the time being, I just want to get through this year, sort out all this self improvement stuff, and then maybe I don't know, do something more interesting with my life. Because the novelty of cooking healthy meals and getting nicer clothes and trying to exercise, but haven't been able to do that yet. Um, has arrived. So I feel like I want to do something different and new, but there's nothing else I can think of at this point. So it kind of sucks. Like I'm just sort of waiting around for next year because I think I will be. I think mentally and financially I'll be better off once I sort out the rest of the things I have to do this year and get on with my life and see what's out there as I eventually approach 40, which is a little scary for me. So, yeah, things are doing well at the moment. I guess, me and the cat, Luxray's doing well. I'm doing fine. I'll be back to streaming tomorrow. So life seems to be fine, but it does get a little bit boring and a bit lonely here at times. So, sort of what my feelings are at this point. So overall, I think the antidepressants has worked. It may work for you, may not. I don't really care. This is my own story, and this is how it is. But yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you next time.